Welcome, everyone, to another Black Desert stream. My name is CM Shirna.
My name is Trent.
And today is October 27th. We had to delay the update ever so slightly. We do apologize that we're not on the general schedule. I know I've seen a few complaints that, PA aren't as consistent with the updates recently. Just pick a date. Unfortunately, we did have to delay it this week, but normal service should be on the horizon next time round.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Just to double check, our sound's all right, I hope. Things are well. And as you guys kind of let us know about that. If you're new to the stream, we talk about a state of address, talk about things that have happened, patch notes for the upcoming update, events for the upcoming update. Then we do some gameplay, show you what the update's kind of about. Then we do a dedicated Q&A. Sounds good? All right, cool. All right. First things first, let's talk about the newest notice that we put out on the website, which was essentially we have a roadmap for the second half of 2021. Some things had to kind of get juggled around, and the latest notice kind of explains what it is that we're working on, as well as giving a preview of this week's update.
Yeah.
As well as the things that are going to come in the next one and the one after, things that we're working on. If you guys go take a look at that, if you guys had a roadmap, we did indeed. And yes, Hideous Thoughts did make a video regarding that. I won't spoil this week's update because that just takes away our update section, So that's not okay. But that being said, some of the stuff on the roadmap was like, Vel was coming in October.
This update,
yeah, but it's not. We switched around with Con, and the reason we did that is because the conversion of Vel, Vel is a world boss.
Yeah.
And the full conversion into a guild boss is actually taking a little bit more time than expected. So what we thought of doing was instead bringing in parts that we can bring in sooner rather than later, and delaying everything.
Yeah.
We started to kind of reorganize certain things, and that's what that notice is about. So if you guys take a look at that,
since you've already spoiled that Khan's coming in, we may as well talk about the Node Wars section as well.
No, nothing's happening with Node Wars.
Okay.
Until later this stream. So there's that. And anything else with the next state address? Do you want to talk about the Discord threads?
Right. So, as most of you would know, we are working on the character reboots. And what we're looking for is feedback from all of you guys as well. This could be, what you think of what you've seen of the reboots. It could be possible controller issues. So the Tamer, for example, we got the WW thread again, so we brought that up. Those kind of things would be super appreciative. We do have the forums, which is on our main website, but we know that is particularly tricky to use on when you're a console player because you can't just open it up. So the second part is on Discord. We have started threads for each of the class reboots that we have translated thus far. It's mostly to do with the translations, so it's taken a little more time for the ones that just got launched. In those threads, if you go to Discord, you'll find the Striker discussion, for example, and then a little arrow saying, class reboot, whatever. For that, we would really appreciate if you could leave any feedback, any concerns, anything like that. But keep it in that thread. Keep it about the reboot. Any other discussions, so, if you just want to say, what should I build? How should I play Shy? Or how should I play whatever? Take that to the main thread discussion. The reason we did the threads section is just to make it a little easier for us to collate and collect all that information. And we do also collect on the forum, so if you do want to do more of a long form version of what changes you would like to see to the reboot, you can find that on the forums if you want a more permanent kind of thing.
Yeah.
But we are taking that feedback. We are giving it directly to the people involved. And remember, there are lots and lots of feedback. Just because one looks good doesn't mean it's going to be taken, because there might be another one that looks good, or someone has a different interpretation of things. So it is a process where we are taking as much as we can, giving it to the right people, and then see how it goes from there.
Yep. Pretty much. That being said, and Thank you, Kashmir, for sending the Discord address into both Twitch and YouTube. The other thing that I wanted to mention, because like some people are saying in chat, and they were saying in Discord as well as on the forums, is that like, dude, we've been sending feedback. Have you not been listening? All of that has been being sent, but what we mean by the feedback regarding the reboot specifically is that we're gonna try and post the changes
Yep.
that are gonna happen on Global Labs, try and make that accessible for a lot of people on console, and then have a discussion regarding the changes that are there,
Yep.
and keep going forward with it. It's not so much that we've never taken feedback in the past, because we have, is why a lot of the feedback is, or a lot of changes are happening the way they are, but yeah, I hope you guys do participate in that.
And to build on what you just said, the reason that we're doing it now is because we were getting feedback, but it was kind of getting drowned out in the general discussions. Like, we did go through and search it out, fish it out, but obviously it takes a lot of time for us to do that. So this way just makes it a little bit quicker. We have been collecting all the feedback thus far, in especially like the main Discords, the Musa, the Mehwa as well. We've been taking looks there. But the threads do allow us just to be a little bit more efficient with what we're doing.
The threads in regards to the reboot section stuff.
Yeah.
The other thing is people have been sending me feedback regarding Hassashin, Corsair, Sage, some of our newer classes that aren't part of that reboot.
Yep.
While there may not be a Discord thread or a dedicated class forum discussion on it, do keep sending that my way. I am reading through it and then talking with that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So let's see. So what do we talk about now? So we talked about the roadmap changes. We talked about the Discord threads. Anything else that we need to mention before we jump in on this?
I don't think so.
All right, let's jump in into the update. So patch notes section. Let's get this going. Halloween is next week. It's not part of the update. I just want to say Halloween is next week.
Halloween is this week.
Is it this week?
It's the 27th today, so in 4 days' time.
Do you think the new week starts on Sunday or Monday? Anyways, update.
Yeah, update. Okay, so first up, Season Plus graduation is coming. So the early graduation. Remember, you don't have to graduate if you don't want to. If you're not ready for it, you don't have to do it. But the season will end on the December 8th maintenance tentatively. Remember, all this is tentative information. Things may change. But basically, yeah, it's very similar to the last time round in that you do the quests, you get some stuff, and yeah, the only thing you're not getting this time round in this section would be the boss conversion stones, and the reason for that we'll talk about when we get to that section.
So in order to graduate, for those of you who do not have the Black Spirit Pass, you have to complete the Season Pass challenges and not have the Fugar timepiece in your inventory to be able to graduate. For those of you that have the Black Spirit Pass, you have to collect all the rewards from both tracks and also not have the Fugar timepiece. Then you go through the quests and then graduate. Again, it's not necessary. It's if you want to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about the thing that we need to talk about?
Which part?
What's not in with this?
Oh, okay. So, and I don't know the specific term. What's the term that we use for it?
The special gift.
The special gift for Seasons is not making it this update. It's coming in the next update, which would be in, hypothetically, in 2 weeks' time, unless things change on that. But the special gift isn't this update. It's coming in the next update. The full details regarding that will be released in the form of notices.
Yes, and if you graduate this week, you will still be able to get it as far as we're aware.
So if you were to early or graduate early, you will still be able to get the special gift in the next update by talking to the NPC and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
But we'll give more information on that when we get to that bridge. That's a future Shirna and Trent thing to discuss.
Yes.
Right. Next up, the Progress Pass is coming in with this update. If you don't know what this is, basically it's a set of challenges / rewards that will allow you to easily integrate if you're a new player, and obviously if you're a veteran player, you probably just collect all the rewards off it, but it gives you a step-by-step of different areas you can look at. It could have life skills, like basic life skill stuff, basic tutorials, basic like, here's how you read the information, get a reward. The Progress Pass basically is designed as like a tutorial that will reward you for your time. If you are a veteran player, when you log in for the first time, it needs calibrating, if I remember correctly, and it takes a few minutes to do. So when you log in after the update, please be patient as it will update, and then you'll be able to collect everything from there. But we'll show a lot more of that in the stream.
Pretty much, yeah. So this is beneficial for both novice, medium, and advanced players, I guess. Rewards galore on that one, and like you said, during the gameplay section of it, we will be showing it. Now, for the other part that people have been waiting for, the Old Moon Guild New Deal. What is this?
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we gave you the pen accessory quest to say, like when you have to get the moonlights, if you haven't finished it, like because I'm chronically lazy when it comes to doing these kind of daily quests, then, finish that. But we're also adding the Old Moon Guild's New Deal. You don't have to have completed the pen accessory quest first. This will act in another way. And what you can do, the reason we're not giving you the boss exchange stones this time round is that you will be able to convert your Tuvala, your pen Tuvala, into boss gear directly through Jetina, the same person for the pen accessories, and we'll show you how to do that. But you will also get a choice this time around. You'll be able to choose which armors you want. It's not Giath. You will have a choice between, Giath and Uragon. Giath and Uragon, I'm an idiot. Giath and Griffin, Beggs and the other gloves, Liebers, I think, Uragon and Muskans, Dim and Red Nose. You'll be able to choose which ones. And obviously, the pen weapons are there as well. There's a series of things you need to do to get it. This will all be detailed in the patch notes because it is quite long. There are new things that you have to achieve. You have to make resplendent weapon stones. Recipes will be given out later. And you need basically the latent auras. So if you are, looking today to get maybe a little bit of a bump and you're looking to go for Penkazarka, Dandelion, and Khatum, those kind of things, the weapons that already drop the latent auras, go do your world bosses.
Absolutely. So just to kind of explain on the Old Moon New Deal kind of thing, as well as the accessory. As we stated in the notice that we just recently released, and we stated in the past as well, this is not so much as an quote-unquote easy way to get pen, because it would delegitimize people who enhanced to get it or saved up enough money to get it from the central market. This is an alternative way to go through that. It is Dandelion and it is Giath. Chat is being mean. It is Dandelion and it is Giath and it's Kazaka. The K is not silent unless you give it a nickname like Zarki. So that being said, it is an alternative method to go through this, and when you go, when the update goes live, the patch notes will be there too. All the methods in terms of how to get this gear will be listed in the patch notes. It is not Dandelion.
It is not Dandelion. Okay, so one of the other things I want to mention is if you're not a seasoned character, you will also be able to do these quests by taking any boss gear to Jetina, talking to her, and she will exchange it for a non-marketable version. So if you do this, you will not be able to sell it on. It will be yours forever and ever until the heat death of the universe. Right. It's Dandelion.
Okay.
Because it's a knight. Don't start.
No. It's a transliteration. It is a transliteration from Korean to English. You translate or you transliterate the phonetics of it. It is Kazarka, it is Dandelion, and it is Giath. That is the end of that discussion.
Wait, what would Giath be? Why is Giath an issue? What do people say?
What do people say? No, Gaiath?
Gaiath?
Yeah, I've heard people say Gaiath.
Gaia is spelled G-A-I-A.
Look. People are weird. They're doing weird things. That's how you pronounce it. That's just how it is.
Look, man, we're the official channel, therefore our pronunciations are correct and whatever you say.
I mean, that's not true. We've been
No,
wrong before.
yeah, we've been
However,
horribly
that's
wrong.
how you do it. Anyways, next part of the patch notes.
Okay. It's always something to get us riled up. Media, Node Wars, and Conquest Wars are in. More details of that will be on the website because it's pretty simple. They're open. Khan is coming. The Eye of the Ocean Khan. Basically, it is a guild boss where you have to get specific cannons and what you call it? What goes in cannons? Cannonballs, that's the one. There are very specific ones. There's a whole mechanic, and there is a whole, I believe, a GM note about how to do this. Very well worth the read because it is a particularly tricky fight if you don't know what you're doing. The rewards of this are the Khan's something of life or of destruction. Basically, there are 3 alchemy stones I believe you can get from Khan, but all that information will be in the GM note. Khan's heart, that's it. Khan's heart of life, destruction, and protection, maybe? I don't know. But it's something like that. Khan has a heart.
Yeah.
Unlike me.
Also true.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nah. Do you want to go on to the next one? Oh, wait, you skip through the rest of the patch notes? Okay, a couple of the Marnie things have changed. The time limits have been reduced on certain ones. The Oog Mark III, I actually don't know how you pronounce that one. I think it's Oog. Oog Mark III is 3 minutes. So that is the red light, green light thing that you have to take. That has been reduced. Fixed some issues with Sycrakia. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm too old. Then there's some other things. Oh, one important thing. If you're going for blue grade elephant gear, you now, after this update, have to use the new Kadri tokens, not the old Kadri tokens. When we changed Valencia, we made it so that the old tokens could still be used. That expires this update, which means you will now have to use the new one. Remember, the amounts required were adjusted to make them equivalent in value. And Central Market will allow you to re-register your goods to the Central Market without having to cancel. But I don't know if that one's actually in yet.
Tentative feature.
So that one's a very tentative feature.
Okay. I think we're kind of okay on this now. So update-wise, we're done with the patch notes?
I believe so.
Excellent.
I believe so.
Okay. Before we get into the events, just want to double check with people about excuse me, the pen accessory event. I think people are still kind of going through it, but a lot of people have forgotten that you can do that.
Yes.
But it does take time to do so, and Twitch. But the Central Market update, if it goes in, it goes in. Right. Time to get into the events, and it's kind of hefty. So first things first is to keep up with Marnie's Spooky Playground, there is another event being added to the Halloween theme of it all. And if you saw the trailer, at the end, a big old robot by the name of Innocence Mark 12 comes out. There is a new boss that is coming during the event period. I can't give dates because this may change. Where you will need to first use a transformation scroll, then go up to in Marnie's Spooky Playground and interact with Innocence Mark 12, and then play rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah.
In a variety of different ways.
I know something we forgot in the state of the address.
We'll get back to it.
We'll get back to it.
So during the event period, for the first event, is that log into Black Desert and get your transformation scrolls. You will get the Mark 3, Mark 8, and Mark 5, and that's once per day, and you can just get all these scrolls. The or I shouldn't say world boss, the special Halloween boss has a specific time in which they come out. So per server, you'll have to go check out what time it comes out and what time it doesn't come out.
Yep.
And then it appears on all servers except for Arsha and Olvia.
Okay.
It appears on all servers except for that. So during this time, you can talk to Ruben at Marnie's Spooky Playground to collect a quest where if you beat Innocence Mark 12, you'll get cool furniture stuff that will be later used in the Manor update. It's items that will lend itself to the mana update, which will come tentatively sooner than whatever, right? It'll just come soon. I'll just say that. So the way to beat Innocence Mark 12. When you go to Innocence Mark 12, he has 3 attack patterns. You jump into the transformation scroll. The first attack pattern is that he holds up a, rock, paper, scissors symbol, and each of the transformation scrolls will have the ability to pick 2 out of the 3 options. Try to win against that. If the majority of the adventurers in that area actually do it, Innocence Mark 12 will lose power and have a seat. And then you start smacking it, right? The only way to damage this monster is through the transformation scrolls. Okay. You cannot use normal characters, you cannot use normal skills, you cannot use voltaic and stuff like that. Yeah. The second pattern is that he will summon his friends, Innocence Mark 11s. They will also do rock, paper, scissors games with you guys. Beat them and win.
Okay.
It's a lot of rock, paper, scissors games.
It's a lot of rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah. It's actually kind of fun when we were testing it yesterday. Because when someone's in the office, he clearly held up rock, and someone was like, what beats rock? Nothing beats rock. I'll pick rock. Yeah. There are those people in our office. Anyways, when you win, you can get one of many different rewards. There's a chance to obtain it. I know. I know. Nothing beats rock, though.
I need to find out who this is.
Nothing beats rock. And that is our Halloween event.
Okay.
The bosses will show up twice per day during the event period.
Okay. The next one. Now, I gave you explicit warning that if you were going to do this, you have to own it.
Yeah, but first I'm going to talk about a different one because it leads into this.
Okay.
Okay. So during the event period, we have our, our standard playtime rewards and stuff like that. But this one is for the life skillers. So during the playtime rewards, you can get, Black Crystal Shards, which helps everyone, and also Zyra's Life Seal, which is not transliterated, it's translated. Zyra's Life Seal will allow you to collect a whole bunch of stuff. If you trade in with Zyra at Velia, you can get Life Skill Mastery increased scrolls if you trade in 4. You can also trade in lower amounts to get enhancement material related stuff. Also, during this time, there will be, where did it go? There it is. There will be a Life Skill EXP plus 50% hot time.
You keep dodging this event, mate.
No, it leads into it.
Okay.
Right? So Life Skill EXP 50% hot time. It applies to all servers, including Olvia. It does not affect trading. I know people get upset by this.
Yeah.
But it affects all life skills. It is 24/7 Life Skill EXP plus 50%. Also, when you get the Zyra's life seals and you trade it in for Mastery Increase scrolls, this will help you boost up your life skills. This is an opportune time to do so because as you go through the progression path, there is a life skilling section in there as well, which we will show. Mm-hmm. This all leads into what Shirna has been talking about.
Own it.
We have a whale event.
Yes.
That I have called Everything Will Be Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The first event of which is called
Where There Is a Whale, There Is a Way.
Thank you.
So, when you hunt a blue whale and you butcher it, you will be 100% guaranteed to get blue whale oils and blue whale tendons. These are used to make your elixirs, potions, perfumes. Mm-hmm. And this is going to be beneficial for you. Also, when you do this, there is an additional chance, an event that we've probably called Whale You Look at That, where you can get the Rich Merchant's ring piece by chance, Shimmering Piece of Old Moon by chance, and a bunch of other items as well that will help you with this. This is all when you hunt the blue whales.
The one thing I guess that we should talk about as well is maybe Mysterious Night.
Yes, the Mysterious Night has returned. If you remember from our previous events, yeah, I know.
Well, yeah, look at that.
Repeat what?
Merchant Ring Piece.
Merchant Ring Piece. There is a chance to get it. It's not 100%. The 100% is for the oil and for the tendon. Then there is an additional chance to get other stuff. Yes, right? Wait, go back to what? What am I going back to? What am I going back to?
I don't know. Keep going.
I'm going to keep going. The Mysterious Night. In previous events, the Mysterious Night gave you guys like 50 to 150% skill EXP. This may want you to like maybe not graduate from season servers because season servers have a boost and whatnot. The mysterious skill knight, if you interact with him because he pops up randomly, will give you skill EXP plus 300% for 180 minutes. And if you talk to him again, you'll get it'll refresh it. It won't stack. It'll refresh it. So it'll give you 300% skill EXP bonus in acquisitions and whatnot. Obviously, during this time, if you have a character that has like the Enix Flame buff still, you never logged into that person, and you interact with Mysterious Knight, the Mysterious Knight will replace that one.
Yeah, it replaces that buff, same as the Sandstorm one if you have that, and the Corsair one as well.
Yeah.
So those special buffs will also.
Yeah. So
disappear.
the Scallywag Shanty,
Yeah.
the Ancient Kiev one, and the old Mysterious Knight and the Enix Flame. If you interact with the Mysterious Knight while you have that buff on an older character, it will replace that one. If you interact with the Mysterious Knight while you have, like, let's say 30, 40 minutes left on that buff, it will refresh it. It is just skill EXP, because he is a skill instructor like the previous Mysterious Knight ones.
Okay.
And then, we have our login events, which are pretty decent. You can get the Fortune Pouch eventually. There's a lot of enhancement materials. And I think that's about it. I can leave it there.
Okay.
There may be some changes to it, but I'll leave it there for now.
All right, before we go into the gameplay, there is a very important thing we have to discuss because it's coming up and it's out of our control. Let's talk about time zones. Right. So for Europe, during this update, we will be converting the times to UTC. So all the times will be going back 1 hour, which means that your Node Wars, your world bosses will be, oh, you genius, Kashima, you genius, thank you. So Node War, Conquest War, Tax Wagons, and bosses will all be 1 hour earlier than they currently are. And then when your clocks go back, they all return to the normal time. The only thing which doesn't change in this is things that reset with the server time. So things like daily resets, your weekly resets, and things like that, that will still happen at the same time. That time doesn't change, but everything will be brought back 1 hour. Now you're thinking, but the Europeans are asleep. They don't watch this. If you do it 3 o'clock in the morning, we thank you here, but there's a lot of Americans here. For you guys, your clock will change. You will go back 1 hour before we update the server. So the following maintenance will bring everything back to where it is. So like if it's 7 o'clock to start Node Wars, it'll be 7 o'clock after the update. But between the time where it's so confusing. There is a notice about this. It's up on the website. But when your clocks change up until the update, everything will be 1 hour later.
For those of you that were lost in the conversation of that, check the notice out.
Check the notice. It's actually really hard.
The time zone changes will affect any EU slightly differently.
Yeah.
It does not affect GMT +9 and those.
It doesn't affect Asia at all. It will affect you if you're playing from those regions and you're playing on those servers.
You're making it very complicated.
I am making it a lot more complicated. But basically, your time zones will change because of daylight savings. And then basically, we have to do the time conversion during an update, which means for Europe, we do it before your clocks change. North America, because you change it at different times. Don't ask why you make it so confusing in the rest of the world. But for those guys in North America who do it later, you change your clocks, and then the following update is when we change it back.
Yes, daylight savings.
Daylight savings. But yeah.
You good?
So, all right, after the updates, everything will be back to normal. It's confusing. I know, but there is a notice. Go read the notice. I wrote it a lot better than I can say it.
Everything makes less and less sense as you keep talking.
Yeah, it does. It trust me. The amount of the first time I wrote this notice, it took me a good 3 hours to work everything out, and then when I got it done, it was fine. Okay,
We good?
we good. The new castle update. I assume you're talking about Media Conquest Wars. It's Media Conquest Wars. I don't know what I can say about it though. Media Node Wars will be in as well. Okay, let's switch to you first for the Progress Pass.
Okay.
Remember, the Progress Pass, I'm going to say, is free. It is free for everyone. There is... Can you drop the notice, please, Kashima? It's stuck on the screen. I can't see it right now. Thank you. Right. So, Progress Pass.
Oh, okay.
Trent,
We're
it is
actually
free for everyone. There is no paid part of this.
No, absolutely not. So press start, go to adventure, and it'll be there at the bottom here. And then this menu will open up. So if you look in the menu, basically you have quest adventure log related stuff, and it'll tell you what you need to do and what you can get. At the top, it's based on the things in that category. So if you finish 10 things in the quest/adventure log, you'll get the organic feed here, and then it'll go up that way. At the bottom, it's your total completion, right, of all the different categories. If you look at it here, there's a present box beside PvE here, which means I have already done this. I can just go ahead and collect stuff if I need to go collect it. And as well as here, it'll have the icon.
Yep.
Right? Since this is a test account, a lot of the stuff is not done. But you can scroll around, see what it is, you know?
You got that reach level 58 one right there, buddy.
I got 58 and level 62.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we cheated for that.
There's game tip related stuff as well. Training. Hunting and butchery. And then also the guaranteed pen stuff. So if you guys were listening to us and you got very, very, very confused as we went along, this part of it will help you kind of organize what it is that you need to do and the direction in which you may need to go in. And this is more meant for obviously newer adventurers who are coming into the game and trying to figure out how to play the game after season servers, because it is quite a jarring difference between season servers and regular servers. But this is also for, I would say, intermediate players or advanced players that aren't always looking on the website and looking at GM notes and having it ready. This will be in the game telling you how to go about doing this. Now, I've talked about this with a lot of people, actually, about what kind of things would you like to see integrated into something like this, like a tutorial or a guide and all that kind of stuff. And if you can, send me those suggestions. I know we were talking about gathering, gathering is kind of added in here, farming and cooking, and it kind of explains like, look, this is what you need to do. It also gives you hints as to like where the chicken nodes and stuff are, and I'll give you a general setup on nodes. I believe this will be very beneficial, but if there's other things that we want to add to this, it'll be good, right? Is this growth pass account wide, or each character got their own pass? It is, I believe it's family. I don't think it'd be for every single character.
It should be.
It's family.
It's family.
It'll be family, and the reason I say that, just by looking into it, is because if I look at here, nope, it'll be PvE. If I look at PvE, there's stuff like combat fame and stuff like that. So I believe this would be family related.
Okay, should we get on to the guaranteed pen stuff? Right. Okay, let's get on to the guaranteed pen.
Sorry. What about those who didn't do main quest lines and picked Fugar's shortcut quest? Will this work?
You'd have already done the quest line because you wouldn't be able to activate Fugar's thing. Remember, this is family-wide. So, yeah, if you accepted the shortened quest, that means you have already, at some point, done the main quest line.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And yeah, this one is, like I said, this is going to be just integrated into the game. This is not a pass that you have to purchase from the Pearl Shop or anything like that. It is straight up integrate into it.
Yeah.
And it's for the family.
The magical shards, there isn't a way to get around it.
Does a lot of this autocomplete for vet players? It does indeed. So when I logged in, it straight up just gave me level 62 and level 58 and a couple others. However, like I would say, I believe the gathering ones would work as well. I also mentioned this because I tested it out. So, for example, the one that I have highlighted, we're still on my screen. Awesome. Which is like, gather 10 weeds with your bare hands. If you gathered 5 and then you deleted the item or it was out of your inventory and then you gather another 5, this will complete.
Yeah.
It does not have to remain in your inventory. It just has to happen.
Yep.
So a lot of it should auto-complete, especially in regards to Quest Adventure Log, PvE. I think some of these might be a little bit different. Like some of these you might actually have to straight up go do. Training's going to be rough for me.
No, it's fine.
It's going to be terrible.
It's easy.
No, training?
Just ride a horse around. It's fine.
That's not what this is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, it does take time for a veteran character for everything to catch up, but it should be perfectly fine. Someone's complaining about the way I said Medea. That is one of the pronunciations that I will always say Medea, but I do believe it is Medea, which is what the NPCs say in the game. So my bad on that one. All right. Should we switch?
Sure.
Okay, right. Pen. Guaranteed pen time. Kashima,
Wait,
switch.
Did he just... Please feed your pets. This red blinking light drives you. I will... You know what I'll do for you? I'll just straight up hide it.
You're off now.
Oh, sweet. Oh, no, then you'll stay out and die. Okay.
Cool. Ooh. All right, so first things first. What we're going to show is the Tuvala version of the exchange. Now, what you need to have done is have the Tuvala helmet here, right? We got a bunch of pens. Don't know which ones are going to work. All right, so we talk to Chatina. We go main quest. And as you can see, I have the helmet right here. Pen, Tuvala helmet. You have to convert them, I believe, from season to normal for this to work. And I only did that to the helmet because I did. So they have to be converted. And then you can take a quest from her, and she will give you a choice. Do you want to choose which helmet? We're obviously going for the Griffin. Chat, hand over my pen Tuvala. Bam, bam.
Now you can choose.
Now I can choose. I know, I was just making sure. You never know. Griffin's helmet. Now, I set everything up for Griffin's helmet, so if I chose Gieth, that would have been a disaster, which is why I double-checked.
Ah, I see.
Okay. Right. So now that we have the Griffin's helmet, I hate when hotkeys are set up different. Where is it? Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Griffin's helmet. Reform level 0. What this means is to get it up above Tet, we need to enhance it. So, wait, what do you mean conditions not met? Oh, I'm still a seasoned character, so I can't equip it. But I can improve it. Don't worry, bro. I got this. So, what we're gonna do is, I believe, was it heating? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the level 1 version. Remember, this is a test server.
When you say level 1, what do you mean? Like the reform level, or do you mean the enhancement level?
The reform level stone. So there is a recipe for the reform stone. 1, 2, 3, and 4. They all include the opal. And then the final one that will get you to pen includes a different item that we'll be able to show because there's a little cool feature here that we're going to show. So we put everything together. Wait, the black stone isn't in there. Why did I pick the black stone? Oh, it's memory frag.
Oh, what a
mystical
disaster.
I know. But there we go. Okay, we mix them together. Hopefully this is the recipe because I did it once and was like, yo, it's good. We're good. Let's go. Yeah,
there we go.
It worked. Okay.
So it's specific to that gear?
It is specific to the gear because you require something that is a part of it, which I'm going to show now. Was it grinding? Yeah. Okay. So this is the other thing I'm going to show. I'm going to remake it as well. Don't worry, guys. If you grind it, you will get 100% of the materials back. So if you accidentally make the Reform Stone 3 when you needed a Reform Stone 4, you will be able to grind the stone down to get your materials back.
All of it back? It's not
All
like
of it.
at a percentage?
You don't lose anything. You get everything back. 100% of the materials come back. Right. These bad boys, concentrated Griffin crystals. You get them from defeating the Habib Griffin. There is a quest that you can pick up from Jetina that you might have seen, which is Imperfect Beings. Imperfect Beings, not beans. That's the Britishness in me. Also, like rewards, there's a chance to get them from like summon scrolls and things like that. All of this will be announced in the update. The full path will be there. So what we're gonna do is one more time, just to show that it works. We're gonna heat the materials we got already. And that one, there we go. Slap those bad boys together. A hib. A hib. Not habib. A hib. All right, so, look, man. I'm quitting after this, I tell you. This is the last ever stream you guys get. All right, where's my reform stone? Wait, oh, wait. Ah, damn it. There it is. Okay. So you go in here. You go to reform, item reform. I know we haven't used this for what feels like a millennia because we don't do ultimate gear that much anymore. There we go. I'm going to play the animation because why not? Punishment for people talking about my pronunciation. And there we go. Item reform succeeded. It doesn't fail. From what I know, it doesn't fail. Right. So as you can see, we are now at reform level 1. And we can continue this up with Reform Stone 2.
Yeah, you can wear it. He's just on a season character.
Yeah, you can wear it. You can use it. I am on a season character, so I cannot, which is why I didn't do it. There we go, Reform 2, and so on and so forth until... I may as well do it now, hadn't I? I may as well go all the way.
Sure.
So let's go. Let's go. 3. Oh, come on, man. Just do it. Do it. Do it quicker. I don't want to press the skip animation button. It's a whole other button press.
That was a tough one.
That was hard. Oh, sweaty hands, man.
This
sweaty
is
hands.
a test account.
This is a test account. Right. Number 4.
Before you do it, can you raw enhance it?
Can I raw enhance it? No.
It's not possible.
Yeah, you cannot.
Can you show the item description again
then? Cannot be enhanced normally with Kafra stones. Cannot be.
Cannot be enhanced normally or with Kafra stones is what that slash is.
I believe that is an or. You cannot enhance it normally. You have to go through the pen process. If you start this, and I'm gonna slap that bad boy in, and then I'm gonna show you the 5th.
I apologize. This is indeed a test server. So when I say test server, we straight up created this. This is not a live server. We do not do that.
What's in here that shouldn't be in here?
The amount of pens that you have.
This is all pen 2 Valor, man. If you don't walk around
don't go there. Don't go there. It is a test server. That is all that we need to say.
Okay.
There's a test server.
So the last stone, I'm gonna have to grind this one down again just to show you get 100% of the materials. This is the Resplendent Griffin Helmet Reform Stone level 5, which has a slightly different recipe than the other ones.
And you get everything back. Cool.
And you get everything back.
So someone is asking, if as you go up in reform levels, what happens to the gear? Does anything actually change with it? Like stats and stuff?
I believe yes.
Okay.
Someone can go through the video and check, but I believe yes, it does go up a little bit each time.
Can you put Kafras when it's in pen?
Yes. You can once it's in pen.
Okay.
Once it's not, it's not. Okay, right. Let's get on to the difficult part. The final step to get the pen is where things get a little bit tricky. Concentrated Griffin's Aura. This will be different for every boss gear. So if you're going for Kazarka, it will be concentrated Kazarka's Aura. If you're going for Offentet, it will be concentrated Offentet's Aura. But basically, you have to use simple alchemy on either base gear, Pri, Duo, or Tri gear. That's how it goes. So base gear, Pri, Duo, or Tri, and they will give you the concentrated Griffin's Auras. And then you mix those bad boys up to create these, you know, that you need 30 of them. And then the Aquilus Earth Crystal, you have to buy the fragments and then exchange them. Earth is for armors. Sky is for weapons.
Okay.
That's the only difference between the two.
Can you show the tooltip again for the concentrated one and just scroll down?
Woo.
Hooray! Someone was asking. That's
Whoop,
it.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Or you could sell it for 2 mil. Don't sell it for 2 mil. Don't. It's not worth it. All right. So then we go and we're going to make it one more time. We slap these bad boys together. More concentrated griffins, the earth crystal, the aura, the memes. And then you get your final step. I don't have any Kafras on this character. I've got like 1 billion on the other. So I'm not going to be able to show you right now. And there we go. We have the final of the crystals that we can then whoop, slap. We're not going to skip the animation because I don't want to press the button, but ta-da.
Yeah.
And then it should be pen. Oh.
You have to do something.
You have to exchange it. Caught you all sleeping. All right. So we then talk to her and wait. No, main quest. There we go. We talk to her. We talk. We go. And there we go. Wham. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Done.
Uh-huh.
And now we have a pen.
And what else did you get?
A brandstone
Yes.
and crystal extraction tool.
What does the brandstone let you do?
It reduces durability consumption and reduces the cost of its repair stuff.
Yeah.
Right, one thing I have to say, when you're doing this process and you're changing gear that you already have, it cannot have crystals in it, so you will need to remove the crystals right at the beginning when you change with Jetina, the normal tech gear, into the tech gear that can be enhanced this way. You need to remove crystals, and Kafras need to be extracted as well. It needs to be a clean Tet, not a improved Tet. I was going to say dirty Tet, but it needs to be a clean Tet. But yeah. And the pen is not tradable. You cannot sell it. You cannot sell it on the central market. It tells you who created it. But yeah.
Creator. Xbox on Discord. Our test IDs. Like I said, all the details regarding this gear
Yep.
is going to be listed in the patch notes. Is there a GM note with this?
I can't remember. It's been
Regardless, it'll be on the website. The full details on how to go about doing this in terms of like the numbers and all that kind of stuff will be there.
And it changes each time you do it, which is worth talking about. The total cost to get the final Earth or Sky Crystal, that changes depending on how many times you have already used this process. So each process gets a little bit more expensive, quite a bit more expensive.
So
as it
for
goes
example,
on.
if you did the helmet first, the next time if you do the shoes,
It'll be
it's
more expensive. Yeah.
And then it progressively goes on. It's not so much as that it's easy, that it is an alternate method and it's time consuming.
Yep. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
It's
I
a
would say-
long-term goal more than a short-term fix.
In the
If that
sense that,
makes
like,
sense.
this is, like I said, it's an alternative method, and the reason why it's done in the way that it is because, as we said in the notice, is what are you doing?
I don't know. I tried to jump up on here and then she just lay down. So I'm just.
Are you just like creeping up on someone's window? This is
Let me in.
an alternate method.
Let me in.
Because we didn't want to delegitimize the weapons themselves. As you guys know, when Kazarka first was the Kazarka weapons were first released,
Yep.
and then the pen ability
Yep.
to get it to pen, that has still been the mainstay. That is still the weapon. That is still the one that you want to go for, unless you want to go for off intent and stuff like that. But that's the one you go with. We want to make sure that we keep that dynamic there, and that if you enhanced it, you should be able to keep that and go from there.
Yep.
Right? So this is an alternative method, just like it was with the accessories. So by no means is it easier. No, you cannot sell it. You cannot trade. You cannot buy it on the central market or whatever. That version, sorry.
Yep.
But it is a different way for people who, haven't been able to enhance or haven't been able to grind enough to get enough silver to buy it from the central market and be there when it's there.
Someone asked if this is what we do, like creeping up on Windows when we're on live servers. I'd rather not discuss how I play on live servers. Creeping in Windows might just be a particular hobby of mine in this game.
We don't
You
do that.
never know.
We don't do that in Velia though. Doom
Nah.
and Croon, however,
Doom
the
and
Windows
Crew.
are superb.
Oh, those Windows of Doom and Crew, mate. Oh, you see some tasty stuff in Doom and Crew.
Those camo windows are nice. Anyways, so where to go?
That was the progress pass and the. Is there anything else that we need to show? Media Node Wars.
Can you do the weekly aura quest without turning in gear first?
The weekly aura. Yeah, you only need to start doing the gear. You only need to start doing the gear when you're going for the final reform stone.
That one there.
Okay, the Shy Artina Soul cannot be done through this process. It is the one weapon that cannot. I believe it's been talked about as to the reason why. Like, it is the final step, whereas for other classes, it is a launch pad because there's still the Kafras part left of it. So, yeah.
That being said, that complaint and that, because I know that it sucks for Shies.
Yeah, 100%.
That, I believe, is being looked into, but I can't give more information on that.
Yep. Okay, so just to show, you pick up these quests, the weekly quests, you pick up one, and then that locks you out of all the others. But basically, if you really, really, really wanted, you could do 2 different shoes, for example. Although you can only do 1 pen to Vola exchange, you could change in a TET version of a boss gear and change it into this upgradable path. So if you wanted to get both, let's say, Libers and Giath gloves, you can do that if you really wish to switch from like an evasion into a damage reduction.
Yep. I forgot his GM name for a second.
Kashima.
Kashima, can you switch to my screen for a sec? I'll just explain this part here. Thank you. So on my screen, in terms of the events, I'll kind of go over that. This is the Zara's Life event, where you log in, get stuff, and then you're able to trade it for Cron Stones, Hard Sharps, or Life Skill Mastery Increase Scrolls. The Transformation Scrolls, you get all of them because they're on the top row. You get all of them, and you get to transform into these things. These are all done through the challenge window. The reason why I want to mention this is because generally, if you look at it here, right, the Zara's Life event, it's stacking,
Yeah.
right? The transformation scrolls don't stack.
Okay.
You must collect it every day.
Okay.
It will not stack. So let's say you're just kind of, you've been fishing
Yep.
for the couple days or so. You will still only get 1 set of those scrolls.
Yeah.
You won't get 3 sets. However, with Zara Life event, that will stack.
Okay. It's Giath helmet, not gloves. Speg's gloves.
Giath has gloves?
Well, I mean, he probably does, but most people want his helmet instead.
Fair.
I meant Libers or... No, now you got me all confused. Oh, this is what it's like to get old. You guys got this coming. Beg's or Lieber's gloves, not Giath's gloves. Giath is Giath
I
or
ran out of
Griffin.
stamina. Wait, can I? Okay, wait, hold on.
Guys, come on, man.
You-
I'm
you-
old, but I'm not that old.
You can take questions. Sorry.
All
I
right.
do this.
What are you trying to do? You creeping up on people's? Oh, you're creeping up on the troll
Oh
underneath
no!
the bridge.
Oh no! I tried to roll off the bridge.
Okay, we have no horses to kill this time round.
All right, ready?
Neither of us have dream horses to kill. It's ridiculous. Gone.
All right.
Do you really want to do that?
Yeah. That's style points.
All right.
Full screen us.
Full screen us. We're gonna go to the Q&A. Ta-da. Can I use the Summers 2 Vola for the free paying gear? You know, you ask questions of really difficult transitions. I don't know. What? Shirna H like fine wine, but Trent on the other hand is bad grape juice. Did you know? Random fact of the day I'm going to teach you before we get into the Q&A. Grape juice was invented second. Wine was invented first.
It's on the final product.
Yeah,
I'll
here's
take
the
that.
final. Here's the final product. It took them longer to stop the fermentation of grapes than it did just fermenting the grapes. It was like wine has been around since the dawn of time. Grape juice has only been around since the 1800s or something like that.
If we graduate from, Jesus, if we graduate from season earlier, can we still get the special gift in the next update?
Yes.
Tentatively, that's what's being planned. However, like I said, especially with the Mysterious Night, if you get the Mysterious Night stuff and take advantage of the season servers, might as well get as many skill points as you can before you graduate.
Yeah. Doom is not in this update. It is not come. We'll let you know when that's coming.
Yeah.
I guess my comment about us not having dream horses is a thing. Basically, usually when we go in game, we create a dream horse and then let it die.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to have to revive it or find it again later on.
Are we forced to exchange the Tuvala gear into the new enhancement system? I imagine you mean by rates with this. Or can we choose to enhance them normally? I want to build a big stack. The rates for Tuvala have been increased uniformly. Like, you don't get to choose which rate you want to go with.
Yeah.
I imagine that's what you mean. If I'm wrong, let me know.
No. He means like when you exchange the Tuvala gear, does it have to be on this track to enhance, or can you enhance it normally?
What? What do you mean by the track?
The new reward track. The new
Oh,
way to enhance.
No, you can kind of go with either one.
I believe I'd have to.
Yeah.
Fringe cases, man. I didn't think about this when I was writing it. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to let you know. I believe it's once you start the process that it would do.
Once you start, yeah, he wants to enhance to the normal system.
After the Tuvala exchange. Yeah. That's what I'm understanding. For that, I'd have to double check. That's actually a really good question. I don't know.
Okay.
Right.
We'll have to double check that. And like, Kashima, if you can check that, and then if we can get an answer in this stream, that'd be sweet.
I'm just going to disappear a sec.
If we, where'd it go? Are we able to change Tuvala gear into boss gear without changing it into the cheap pen system? I'm not sure what you mean by that. If you can expand on that, that'd be dope. In terms of for like graduation rewards or I want to say the special presents and stuff, that information will have to come out in an official notice once it comes out. I don't think I can kind of talk about that here. Can the pen chest be turned into Fallen God whenever we get the Fallen God? Kashimo, can you check that? I believe, yes, no? I believe it was, because I believe that was the original intention. But like I said, once the patch notes come out, that's what's going to be finalized there. Because it can, yeah. That was my original understanding of it. It's been confirmed. No. Kashima, that was confirmed in our notice before. We explained that in the roadmap one. Yeah, we explained that in the roadmap one. Ban Prophet from talking? Nah, I like Prophet. Can last season's boss gear be heated for the boss auras? The last season one, I imagine you mean with the exchange, right? I believe there's going to be certain restrictions on it, but I can't say it on this stream, unfortunately. Can you please either bring more EXP to certain mobs on... Okay. In terms of, and actually can you guys like pause with the other questions for just a second? With the EXP stuff, we actually talked about this relatively recently, where it's like, do we scale up the EXP in certain areas or kind of match and mirror it differently, or should they be different as a whole, right? So right now for skill EXP, if you're in the earlier stages of the game, like really early, Crone Castle is the one that you go to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the very early stages of the game, you go to Crone Castle for your skill EXP, and in the later stages of the game, Polly's is kind of the end all be all.
No.
Later stages.
No. Polly's isn't the be all end all.
Later, not latest.
No. Even then, Polly's is like mid.
Is it later than early?
Depends what you define as early.
Jesus Christ. So you will go to Polly's, and you have those specific areas that you would go to.
Yeah.
Right? The discussions that have been happening is that would you reorganize all that to make sure to make it all equal or not? That's been that was a conversation that someone had brought up for a while.
Yeah.
That I don't think is being as heavily discussed in the terms of, like, is this a higher priority compared to the other things?
They were readjusted. A lot of the spots in terms of skill EXP were readjusted not too long ago. I want to say like 5 patches ago they were changed. Polly's is still like kind of number 1, but then like depends because Root Sulfur Mine is also really good. Also, Soldier's Graveyard, if I remember correctly, got an improvement, so it's like a mid-game transition spot. If you're looking for like, if you're in that like 1100 range and you're about level 60 to 61 and you're a seasoned character, Marie Cave is the place to be, man. You get a lot of skill points there. But there are a lot of places you can go. It's just the old route is the tried and true route, basically. So everyone says that you go to Polly's because it has always been Polly's. There are other alternatives these days.
There are, yeah.
Yeah. But everyone still says go to Polly's.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Because Polly's, you'll just farm faster.
Was there a question about Fallen God?
Yeah, if the pen exchange gear
Yeah.
can be used to put towards Fallen God.
Yes.
Yeah, right. Can you use the old one? The boss gear that you got from the last season, could you do that?
As long as it's
Penned up.
the penned out and the right Kafras level, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah.
Marie
Oh.
Cave, right? All right. Marie Cave is the traitor's graveyard. The closest node is there. It's dope.
It's not working yet.
I thought it got opened again.
Is it? No.
Oh, what?
Also, Audrey,
I went there not too long ago.
you don't want the mobile sage. In the sense that, what I mean by this is that mobile sage is like perfect for its dynamic and for its, how do I say this? Play style environment. I know it's flashy. That's not the one.
Marie Cave is open. Some people saying it's open. Some people saying it's not. No, it's not. Shirna Marie Cave is shut down.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, it's still shut down. All right, well, I haven't
If
grinded.
it's not shut down, we're gonna have to check that,
Yeah.
Costa. So yes.
But yeah, like, I haven't done much of my season's character at all. I continued with my Zerk.
Can you use weapon exchange coupons on guaranteed pen items?
To switch them to another weapon, don't see why not. Maybe not halfway through the process. I'd have to, again, like, these are all fringe cases that I probably should have checked, but I didn't think of them and we didn't ask. I assume yes, because I know how the process generally works, but you might see it in the patch notes. Costa and Kashima working together. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open. All right, I'm going.
No, I know what people are saying. That's an issue on our end. Okay.
What? The
I'll explain after.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you tag the new gear? Yes. Believe so. Black Magic Crystal event. Not at the moment. Not at the moment. It has not been. Not the time. Maybe it is, but I don't know. We don't have Black Magic Crystals. I mean, right. Black Magic Crystals are a thing that are kind of rare, and yes, you do need quite a few of them. There are ways to get them. You can get them from drops from wherever you may be. Obviously, that's not the... It's not going to give you the volume that you want, but remember, this is a long-term process. It's not something you will just up and do within like 2 days, 3 days. It's a long process. It's not designed to be rapidly done. So there is time for those kind of things to rebound. Maybe some people who get there earlier than others will start selling theirs. It's a long process. Yes, we're short now, but that may not always be the case. Rapidly done in a few weeks. I mean, maybe, but I want it now. I mean, I want it now too, but unfortunately. Best case scenario, how long will it make to make a piece of pen gear? I don't actually know how long it would take in general. But yeah. We've been short since the free. Yeah, but eventually it will catch up. We were short of Blackstones too, but that's slowly started to change as well. So things take time. There's a long period. All right. Custom class profile pictures, again, something we'll bring back up. We have been talking about it. As you may know, it's not at the highest of priorities, but it is something that we will continue to ask for. Graduation stuff, again, the special gift will not be available this update. It will be available in the next update. More details on that will come when that is ready to come out. Old Waragons, when? Not soon enough. Same for Schultz. Those are places I enjoy going, but I believe it will be at the end of the season. It should switch back this time round. The reason it didn't switch last time round is because Season Plus and the summer season were so close together. There was no time. There was no reason to change it back the next update. So that's why it stayed as a 3-party. But at the end of this season, it should go back to normal.
Yeah, okay. Sorry. I figured it out, yeah.
Figure what?
Marine Cave is open since the 15th, but basically, there's an issue on our side. Yeah. But it is open. You're indeed correct.
Okay. Can I change to Volatech gear piece to be sacrificed? Again, I don't know. I assume so. It doesn't need to be. I think you would have to get it to Tet and then begin the process. There's a lot of fringe cases.
Why did I fail 300 Tuvala ores?
Right, hold on. So the cases are, can I?
Oh, why didn't I? Okay, okay.
And then, I'm going to go back and read. Do you
See
need
that,
to
man, I'm
remove
sorry.
crystals from the Pen 2 Vala to exchange? I believe, yes. Let me find it in my patch notes again.
I failed 9 pry attempts for, I imagine the Tuvala ring, right? Man, I'm sorry.
I don't want to get them. I want them to fail for myself.
Oh, that's, yeah. RNG giveth, RNG taketh. I get that.
Okay, here it is. I'll see if it's already in here, because I did write it. So I need to see. Do you want to, you taking questions?
Yes, I'm just double checking one last thing here, which means, yeah.
Okay, the new tech gear cannot be registered on the market or enhanced normally. So when you do this, you will not be able to raw tap it to pen. It must go through the process when you exchange the 2 Valas this season round. If you do have any previous boss exchange coupons, you will be able to still use those, but you will not be able to do the new, the normal way of enhancing on the new gears. It has to be through this system.
Yeah, I know what happened with that notice. Okay, okay. I'll talk to people about that after.
Okay. Yeah. If you Sticks, man. You got to be nicer than that.
No.
I know Sticks. We know Sticks, but other people might not.
Fair.
That's fair. Okay. Sorry about the confusion with the pen gear. We have been working on it. We'll try to get as much information out there as possible after this, but you will not be able to normal enhance it even when you exchange it at its base level.
Question, can you go back to the screen for a sec?
We know about the North Kaiapera issue. We're investigating. We'll fix it when we're ready.
No, because the window's blocking the thingy.
He doesn't realize that it's in the way and we can't see anything. Did we put the coupon code up yet? We can't see because Kashima still hasn't moved the screen.
I see what you mean. Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay. Still can't see. We already said. All right. So, okay. Let's go. The rewards, again, for the graduation will be announced after. We can't really talk much about the next-gen versions at this time, or other than they are being worked on. Kashima, coupon code. Because you're going to need Awakened Boss Scrolls, Awakened Boss Summon Scrolls, you will need to do them to get the pieces for them. So, we have prepared a box, which will give you one at random.
Yes. So this box will give you one of the Awakened Boss Summon Scrolls at random. I will say that you may want to keep this till after the update so that you can do stuff with it.
100% keep it after the update because that's when the versions will drop. They will not drop before the update. So you need the auras and stuff like that after the update. Do it after the update.
Yeah.
Can we show the Con Alchemy Stones? We don't have those prepared. That was one other thing that we were going to do and I completely forgot. Didn't prepare it. I do apologize. Okay.
I guess we can do it now.
All right. Ramhorn Witch for which when? That's a tongue twister and a half. It's something that comes up every year. Why doesn't the witch have the Ramhorn Witch outfit since it says witch in it? We'll go back and ask. It's something that we will continue. We have asked every Halloween it comes up. We'll ask again this year.
For that costume?
Yeah, because the witch gets the ghost. Is it Ghost Bride? She gets the bride outfit, which gives the other effects. But yeah. Doom Horseman, we don't have any news on that. Awaken Wisdom buffs, it's part of the reboot. You'll find it when it comes out. The silver increase does not happen this update. This was announced in the notice that we talked about earlier. So the Conquest War, the big chunk of change rewards is going to come later down the line. There is a rough step-by-step of how we're going to introduce this to the game in that notice.
For the Node Wars?
Yeah.
Yes.
For Conquest Wars.
Yeah. For the Conquest War stuff, just that notice will kind of explain what our tentative plans are. And if things are to change, we'll make sure to announce that the way that we did.
Yeah. Striker Ramhorn. I mean, Striker will get the Ramhorn Witch outfit the same day that Zerka gets a Puff Mini. No, honestly, no idea. I don't think they would, I don't think a Ramhorn Witch version of Striker would be possible, but if it is, then I want my Puff Mini on my Zerk. It's just how it is. Just how it is. Okay. Is there an event that gives magical shards? Not at this point. Berserker Puff Mini lol. I mean, it'd be beautiful. I will delete the game if it happens. I mean, I want to run around in a Puff Mini on my Zerk, man. Fashion happens.
No, I don't want that.
Striker get a Ramhorn? No.
You are not getting the Puff Mini on a Zerk. You don't want this guy on a Zerk creeping up on your window and going like, yo, what's going on? I don't want none of that. That's not okay.
Dude, you killed what I was going for. Just like, you know in the ones where you can open the windows and you can actually see outside? I just stand in front of those windows in the Puff Mini. Someone opens it. Oh my goodness, close my eyes. Like they start closing all the windows and I'm just running around their house.
I don't want none of that.
That's the plan.
Do we have to graduate in order to exchange the Tuvala gear to Jatina for Tet boss gear? You're on season.
I am. You have to have converted it. I don't know if you have to be a non-seasoned character, but your item needs to be converted. So you do still get the 2 Valor conversion stones. Can we switch to the in-game for a second? Sorry.
That's something you can't unsee.
So remember, you still get the conversion stones, which will then allow you, or should allow you, to do it. I can't do it because I've already done it. Okay. But yeah, they have to be converted items to be able to change it. I believe, take the patch notes word for it when it comes out, but they have to be converted first.
You should definitely do the Awakened Scrolls together with homies.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Do everything with homies, because it just makes it good. Damn, Shirna, now I feel bad about mentioning that grey hair. I don't have a grey hair, man. My hair is perfectly blonde. There is not a single grey in here. Telling you.
Do you have gray hair?
No, I actually don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
I used to have like the baby white streak here,
okay.
but that baby white streak disappeared when I got older.
BDO anime when? Dude, for an anime, as cool as it would be, who would you pick as the main lead?
I go Batali, bro.
Oh, you want like Argo Vitelli in his like youngin' days?
Yeah.
He's just rocking up to people. It's like, I want Vila to be this way.
I want a duck. Anyone who doesn't know the story of what happened in Velia, basically he fought really, 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 really hard to have a port.
Also, he's the reason why all the boats are just hanging out there.
Yeah. You know where the extension is now? He fought really hard for that. Really hard. He really wanted a port.
I don't want Edan as the main character. No way.
No, what we want is Igo Batali to find baby Eden, throw him.
Patricio would be fun to have as the main character because he gets shot by his daughter in the Awakening story.
That's true, yeah.
I would love to see that scene.
That would be good. Okay, do we need 200 of those from where we... Oh, for the pot pieces, the pity system, you only need 100, and you have to show that 100 to Merida, I can't remember her name. Merinda?
For which one?
The potion pieces.
Oh, yeah.
So for the pity pieces, you show the 100, she gives you something, but you don't need to go and get another 100. You just need the first 100.
When exchanging with Jatina, do you get a weapon box or the weapon for that class that exchanged it?
The weapon for the class that exchanged it. Really Peace travel logs and the other adventure logs, we'll bring it back up. It's something that we have been talking about, but not at this moment quite to release other things. The Leaning Tower of Ancando is back. We know. Should be fixed this update or soon. We are aware of it. We have reported it, and it's been investigated. I think it might not be fixed this time because we need to find out why it's happening, not just fix it. Because this is the second time it's happened, and towers like falling over and just adjusting themselves and being a physical object is something we really do need to find the cause of. So it might take a little longer to fix it this time. It might be fixed this update, it might not, but we are investigating why this happens every now and then.
When is the update? It is tomorrow.
Can we get the
Our
maintenance times?
Our time, it'll be tomorrow. Usually the maintenance would be today or sometime later today. However, we are doing it tomorrow instead. All those times are on the website, and as soon as they're up for us, I'll explain it on stream. What's like the 5th time? Oh, no,
When is Trent seeing Lord of the Rings, Shirna? Honestly, I don't know, man. I don't think he's ever going to see it. He revealed to me during the countdown that he's never seen Finding Nemo, and that one shocks me more.
No, I said it in chat as well. I've never seen Finding Nemo.
Can't believe it. Can't believe it.
What's the story about?
Who do I contact for tickets that haven't been responded to in weeks? Puppet, they should have been. Double check your spam folders and things like that. Make sure they're not there. And send another ticket, I guess. And I'll take a look on our end.
No.
I'll go poke some things.
First,
Poke some bees.
when it comes to tickets that haven't been responded to, generally it'll probably take time. However, if it's, and I trust you guys to kind of sense the urgency of those issues yourselves. if you feel like that, this needs to be resolved right away, like contact either myself or Shirna, and then we'll see if we could follow up on our end. I can't say that we're gonna escalate the issue and jump queues and all this kind of stuff,
Because we don't.
but we'll see what we can do and try to get to the bottom of it on our end as well.
Just remember that more complicated things take a little bit longer.
Yeah.
In general. So if it's something that's really complicated, it's going to take longer than something we can just go, okay, go.
I'm a bug on Awakening Nova where my skills will run through half the cooldown and go back on cooldown again.
On which class?
Awaken Nova. So it'll just like return in cooldown, I guess?
Oh yeah, Axion should be fixed in this update.
Accent should be okay. Why do we get Khan Guild Boss and not Velsar? We explained it in the last notice, and I kind of explained it earlier, and I'll do it again here because it's important. Converting Vel from a world boss to a guild boss is taking more time than we expected, like a full conversion of it. That being said, as we've said earlier in previous notices and stuff like that, we are working on a way to get them into a world boss version. However, for the time being, we want to convert it to a guild boss. Because that's taking more time, and we don't want to be like, well, we said Vel is before Khan, so we're going to delay everything. We started to shift things around to make that work that way.
Yeah. Okay, maintenance, October 27th, 11 p.m. until October 28th, 3 a.m. That is in PDT. For Europe, October 28th, 7 a.m. until 11 a.m. And that is UTC +1. And then in Asia, October 28th, 2 p.m. until 6 p.m.
If you guys got to bounce, you're more than welcome to bounce. There isn't going to be like new information. This is just more of a Q&A, and we
I think
start
we
running.
should probably
Yeah,
close up
we're
soon
going to start
as well.
closing up soon as well. So for those of you who are joining us from Europe, thanks for staying up with us for so long. It's genuinely quite heartwarming. Naval Karma?
Naval Karma, I mean, I wish. There's someone who switches servers, and occasionally I'm bothering and run into them and they just pop me every single time. And I'm just like, oh, but I had a little bit of trade good imported goods in here. Why?
That wasn't a no to the bug. It was more like I kind of need more information on that.
Is World Boss Garmoth count? It's still being worked on. It is being worked on. Ring piece from Wales during the whale event. Yes, there is a chance to get it. Yeah, I think we should probably close up now. We do have to kind of bounce.
Okay. Anything? Oh, okay. We'll take some final questions, kind of derp a bit,
Yeah.
and then go from there.
Any plans to look at guild missions? Guild missions are not supposed to reward the individuals as much as the guild itself. It's designed to help build the guild, but it is something that we can bring up as something that we could look into more in the future, because I kind of agree. Like they're there, but they're not as like prominent as they should be. So we'll look into something that we can do with them. Maybe kind of push that to be looked into. Because it is something that does come up quite often, actually.
Okay.
By the way, there was a guy on season servers the other day. There was a prophet on season servers while I was playing. And I've already asked you about this, and you called me a heathen.
You are a heathen.
Cheesecake is a pie.
It's not.
Yep.
It's really not.
There was a prophet on the season servers the other day called Cheesecake is a pie.
Cheesecake's not a pie.
It is, man. It has a base. It's not baked.
It's not.
End of the argument, man. It's a pie.
No.
It's a pie. Okay, can we hit the blue button and then we'll switch out? Cheesecake is absolutely a pie because it has custard in the middle. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
How do you define a cake? Go with the definition. What is the definition of a cake for you?
Batter that is baked and then covered in stuff.
But you have to bake a pie.
Yeah, but not the same way. You don't do batter with a pie. You have the pastry sheets.
Still baking.
But it's the batter part.
For me, it's a pie has a filling.
Yeah, the
and
cheese.
It's covered.
You don't have to cover a pie.
What's it filling?
What's the
Like, what is it filling if there's no boundary?
fills the sides? That's like saying a
Nah.
swimming pool isn't full
Nah,
because it doesn't
homie.
have a cover on top.
Nah, homie, that's absolutely incorrect.
It doesn't have a cover on top.
Nah.
There's swimming pools?
Cheesecakes are cakes.
No. Cheesecake, I'm telling you.
I've had
is a
cheese
pie.
pies.
I've had cheese pies too. Cheese and potato pies? Delicious.
What's the difference?
Because they're not.
What's the difference?
A cheese and potato pie actually isn't a pie.
Is ice cream cake a cake though? Indeed it is.
Is ice cream cake a cake? No.
Oh, it's a pie, is it?
It's
Oh,
no.
it's a frozen pie? Oh, I see how this goes. Okay.
It's ice cream arranged in the shape of a cake. Okay. Will life skill buffs work in line with season buffs? The life skill buff, I believe so. Right? Will
Which one?
life skill buffs work in line with season server buffs?
Let me double check the full specs on that, but I believe it's on all servers anyways. So yeah.
Okay. Meet Pie OP, you're absolutely correct. This is why Trent gets so much hate. Do you get the Musa weapon? If I exchange the 2 valid battle axe to Jatina on a Musa, do I get a Musa weapon or a Guardian weapon? I believe you'll get the battle axe.
Yeah, I don't
Because
think
you're
it goes based on
exchanging
the
a
character.
battle axe for a battle axe. That's how it works. It doesn't work as a weapon exchange.
Serious question for once. Did you say Vel will be a guild boss? Technically speaking, what we're working on is making Vel a guild boss. We are also working on a way to eventually be able to bring in world bosses in the like Garmouth world boss and Vel world boss.
Yeah.
For that to happen, certain optimization efforts have to happen. Do you know what I mean? So that has to be worked in conjunction with that. But we'd like to bring in Vel the way that we bring in Garmouth. So guild boss first, and then eventually we work forward from there.
Does this
Yeah.
mean the damage increases since pets had cap AP? FBI BDO, that is a very interesting question that our inquiring minds do not know the answer to. Whether the pets being rolled into skills is going to change the damage of them because pets were bound by an AP
That'll
cap.
probably have to be further explained in.
It's something we're going to
Let's-
have to poke a few people about because if it wasn't detailed in the patch notes, in the Global Labs patch notes, I should say, when they come out in English, we're going to have to ask. But
Yep.
that's a very, very good question that I didn't consider. I'm going to go do Kashima's job for him a second because I can't see chat.
We good? But Garmouth is not even a world boss yet. Shaking my head. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I mean.
Oh, my God.
Things have to be adjusted accordingly in that way. So in terms of getting the world boss version of those bosses will require optimization work, which we've already planned and mentioned in earlier notices. In doing so, what we wanted was, well, people should experience what these bosses are about, at least in the form of a guild. And that's why that's being brought in the way that they are.
Okay, interesting question that I want to answer. And I'm going to have to come back over here. I did press the blue one, right? Someone's asking how best to use the Fugor's timepiece. And there's a lot of answers to this. It's a lot of personal preference. I would say, for me personally, get my season character to 61 minimum and about 1,400, 1,600 skill points if I can.
Okay.
Max out the skill points and do it at the last possible moment. That's how I would do the timepiece. Purely because you're getting the most bang for your buck. Level 61, I mean, you're getting the bonus to the family fund and all that good stuff. Max skill points, obviously, is always helpful because grinding skill points can be a little bit stressful.
And also,
yeah.
I say it's dependent on your playstyle as well. So in the last season, what I did was like, I hit 61. I had like 1,100 skill points or so, and then I just straight up timepieced it. One, it was because of timing, and two, all I really wanted was another world boss ult that would just run with Naru gear and just kind of do as much damage as possible, and then eventually build that up. But it's just dependent on my play style. It may not be the most efficient, but based on how much time I'm able to play on my personal account and dedicate to it and sit down and do the things I enjoy, that's the way it worked for me.
Apparently, the cheesecake is a pie thing. Is a lot more commonly accepted. Cheesecake is a pie is a lot more commonly accepted than it was on Season Server the other day.
What's ice cream cake then?
ice cream shaped into a cake. What's pumpkin pie? Pumpkin. Someone's saying like, oh, what's pumpkin pie?
Closer to a tart and pie.
But we still say pie, just like we say cheesecake.
But I'm not arguing the denomination of the word. I'm arguing for the function of it.
We're gonna fight over this long into the evening, but we're gonna have to cut it a little bit short today. Full details on all the pen growth quests. Got things confused there. The growth pass and the pen gear accessories. The pen gear stuff, the guaranteed pen gear. That will all be discussed in the patch notes, and full details will be released there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we'll have to end it here.
Yeah. Sorry to make it a little bit shorter than usual.
Blue screen stuff I know about. I know, Solstice. I'll talk with people about it.
Magic shards, again, we're monitoring the situation. Would be the best way to
It'd be
say it.
haphazard to do so. Anyways, we're gonna bounce this time around, where the patch notes should come out during the maintenance tomorrow or later today for you, or later in the day. No, it wouldn't be, because PST hasn't changed yet. So tomorrow, it'll all come out.
Yeah, but UTC has changed. So later today for UTC. For Europe, it's later today. No? No, it is still
be
tomorrow.
for them.
I'm tired, man. Don't go there. Time zones are confusing, man. All I know is that right now it is afternoon here in Korea. That's the only thing I need to know regarding time zones at this moment. Remember, before we leave, quickly, the time zones will be changing in your regions. For Europe, we're changing your times today. For North America, we'll be changing it in the next update. There is a notice on our website detailing all the things that will be affected and the times they will be during that transitional period. But once that transitional period is done, so for Europe, after the update, until your times go forward, backward, spring back, fall back, fall. But let's start that again. After this update, until your clocks go back this Sunday, your times will be different. And for the NA servers, pull that up one more time. For the NA servers, when your times go back up until the next maintenance, that is when you will have a funky period. Full details up on our website for the full times.
Just
Please
end
go
it,
there.
man. Just read the notice. It's less confusing than how we just explained it.
Yep. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you all next time.
Cheers.